Howdy doody there, everybody. Top of the morning to ya. Wait, there's a clock right there. Afternoon, it's 12:32 right now. Top of the afternoon to ya. I got my big coffee drink here. I drink my coffee with a straw. I know I'm really off center here, but I need you guys to see my buddy, Panda, back there. The other Panda. And David Bowie, by the way. We're all in this together, doing this review for you. Alright, hello and welcome to my review of the Fantasy World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Now I'm going to do something a little weird and start this review off with a half a Panda star out of 3 stars because I'm too lazy to count to 5, so I'm going to do out of 3. I'm going to make this review as short and not so sweet as possible. Get it? Because I didn't care for it very much, so it wouldn't be a sweet review, right? Going through the bullet points here, when we first arrived, it was very, very dark, and we couldn't really find our way to the door very easily. There was a light in the parking lot, and it was just so dark we couldn't even like see the front door. So we had stayed there between December 2nd through the 9th. We stayed there for a whole week. But before I get into the review, I'm going to insert the clips of the condo, and of course seeing the video clips is not going to be the same as being there physically, as in the smells. Just watch this little tour here of what it looks like, and then I'm going to tell you what it was like from my point of view. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, when you first walk in, there is a bathroom downstairs here to your left. Yes, this is a 2-story condo. There is a shower stall here. There is lots of hair and grime to come with it on the floor, so nobody really used that one. A toilet, of course, over there, running into the wall. The kitchen right here. It's a full-size fridge. It does have ice trays in there. Toaster, coffee maker. It comes with some appliances. There are some tools for cooking and stuff in here, but if you look in the cupboards, you won't find any of the main dishes like cups, bowls, silverwares, plates, because they're all in the dishwasher. And just to let you know, somebody wasn't here for a bit. There was like standing water. When we opened the dishwasher, it kind of had a sewagey smell. Same with the drain, just kind of stinky sewage smell. We had to run the water for a bit to get that out of it. But you do have an electric stove, a microwave. You do have all those amenities. It comes with 1 roll of paper towels. They give us 1 thing of coffee. And past the kitchen, you do have the dining area. There is plenty of chairs, 2 chairs for bar seating, 6 chairs for the dining table here. There's a nice big TV, couch, chair to sit on. And there is a back patio. That pile of towels over there specifically for the pool. Here's the guest bedroom. 2 twin beds. Now we already stayed here for 6 nights, so everything is going to be a bit disheveled, but there's a closet, dresser, TV, like I said, 2 twin beds. There's a ceiling fan. This is the, actually I think it's a queen, I'm sorry, I think it's a king size bed. It's kind of large, but when you sit on it, it goes squish down to like here, so seems like they need to start replacing some of the mattresses. But this is it. Dresser, there's little closet areas and the side doors there. And a TV, of course. So here's the bathroom. Shower. It's a bit slippery. As you can tell, this building is a very old building. There's a washer and dryer. We had to dry our clothes like 3 times in a row to get them mostly dry. And by the way, this is the kind of stuff they give you. It's Aqua brand organics, shampoo, conditioner, all that stuff. And I just have to say right before we go, Are you guys not getting Nirvana vibes right now? Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little montage of the condo. So I'm just gonna kind of go through the bullet points of what I didn't really care for about it. Like I said, the darkness, right, was just kind of odd for a resort. You don't expect it to be like pitch black when you get there. So we go inside and the first thing you notice is the smell. It's really, really musty. It is Florida though. I live in Southern California, which is very dry. So my mom, who had never been to Florida, was, you know, being really nice and defensive of the place. And she's like, well, it's so humid here. I'm not surprised it smells musty in here, but I have stayed in a lot of places in Florida and it doesn't really smell. It wasn't just musty. It was like the combination of musty and mold. You know, you could definitely tell there was probably mold within the walls. Now that's not a fact, that's just how I felt about it. The fridge actually smelled fine and everything, like it had been cleaned, which is really nice. They're wondering where the dishes are, so we opened the dishwasher and all the dishes went in there just to, I guess, maybe prove that the dishes had been cleaned. But when you open the dishwasher, it just had like sewage smell. So that was kind of odd. And then we went upstairs to put our luggage up there, and in the bathtub, the water level was almost to the top of the bathtub. And I was like, wow, that's pretty not great that somebody took a bath in here, I guess, and then left their dirty bath water in the tub and the housekeepers didn't come and clean it. I was very confused, but then I noticed a drip coming out of the bathtub faucet and the little plug was plugged up, so that's how it was filling up. But for the bathtub to be full and the drip to be that slow, I was like, wow, somebody hasn't stayed here for like a month or something. So after we realized that it wasn't dirty bath water, we just, you know, unplugged the plug, and then it wasn't broken, like it wasn't dripping because it had to, it just wasn't turned off like completely. So we just tightened it, the drip stopped, everything was fine, we got over it pretty quickly. But pointing back to like the strong sewage smell in the dishwasher, I guess that kind of makes more sense now because the dishwasher was closed, everything was wet in there, I guess, and it was closed for a very long time, so it just kind of got like an old water sewagey smell or something. So I guess that's what that was. The light is coming through the window here, so I feel like I have to face it. I don't have any ring lights or box lights. I'm not fancy enough for that, and this room is kind of like a cave, but hopefully the lighting's okay with you guys. Okay, getting distracted. Let's not do that. Let's keep going with the review. Sewage smell kind of comes from the sink in the kitchen as well. It's kind of interesting. Bathtub being full. Yeah, all of that was like super minor whatever stuff, right? The thing is, like, you got the feeling that the place like wasn't maybe the cleanest, and it just felt kind of like nah, but it felt more proven when it was halfway through. This was the most not so great thing that happened. My husband late at night was out front of the condo in the dark, like shaking a glass, and then he walked back inside. I was like, so what are you doing out there, buddy? What you got going there with that glass? And he said, well, I was trying to like do it quickly without you seeing it, but I found a cockroach like this big in the hallway, like in the stairwell. It was on the wall, he said. Giant cockroaches, really fun. You know, I've heard when you see one in the light like that too, like it was dark outside, but it was light in the hallway. They say that there's a lot more where that came from. Anyway, so he was being really sweet and he was trying to hide it from me, but I saw it and he he had to tell me what he was doing. So of course this was halfway through the trip, so I just had to spend the second half of the week thinking about cockroaches. Well, I haven't seen my first cockroach until like 3 or 4 years ago. Like, I'm just not someone that's seen a lot of cockroaches or have experience staying in places. I know a lot of you will say, you know, cockroaches can be very common, but when you're staying and paying for a resort, you don't really expect to see cockroaches. So that was not, you know, not ideal for us. The other thing is, like, the bed is really, really important to me because I don't spend a lot of time in the rooms or the condos when I'm staying in Orlando. You know, I'm usually out and about. So the thing I care about most is really gonna be the bed. And the bed quality was really poor. So basically when you sat down on the bed, it just like squished into nothing. So it was either like a really, really cheap bed or a really, really old bed. Either way, it wasn't so great. My mom in the guest room was staying on one of the twin beds in there, and I did try to sleep in one of the twin beds, and that was actually a better, more comfortable experience because it was a lot more firm, a lot easier to sleep in. The other thing that was like really comical was the pillows were super, super, super tiny pillows. It was actually quite comical how small the pillows were. None of us had ever seen pillows that small. There was that, which was more of a funny thing, not really a bad thing. So it's been a month since I stayed there, and I'm just kind of going off of memory, but it just wasn't a place that I would want to stay again. It just didn't feel the cleanest, you know, and especially if you haven't like checked out a 2-bedroom condo for a month or over a month, however long it had been, like they should really go in there and maybe check it out before they let people stay in there if it's been that long since it's been cleaned, you know. One more thing I want to talk about here is the shuttle that they have. I'll put a screenshot up of the times so that you know what I'm talking about. There's a few different parks that they go to. So it'll take you to the park at one very specific time, and it'll take you back to the hotel from the park at a very specific time. So if you don't want to leave for Disney's Hollywood Studios at like 11 a.m., I think it was, then you might want to rent a car and have, I'm someone who needs that. I need to have the freedom of when I want to, you know, come and go. So, I mean, there's also the option of Uber, but sometimes the cost of renting a car can almost be the same as Ubering, you know, depending on how many times you want to take the Uber in a day. Now, I didn't go and experience any of the amenities there. Like, they do have a nice pool, at least it's nice from the pictures. I didn't physically go to it, but they have water slides and stuff like that. So if you have kids, that might be nice. So there's my main bullet points. I showed you guys my little video there of what it looked like inside. You can go on the website and look at the pictures if you want to. I also wanted to show you guys a little screenshot here of how much it costs to stay there. This place is actually quite affordable to stay in. This place is only like $100 a night currently to stay at. So it's a really inexpensive place. This is the positive thing I'm going to say. It's really inexpensive for a 2-bedroom condo with a full kitchen and everything, washer and dryer. And if you're looking to save some money, this is a really good place to stay at. For the size that it is, and if you're looking to save some money, it's a good place to stay if you don't mind cockroaches and sewagey, moldy smells, then you should stay there. So, I mean, I did. I wanted to save money. I probably wouldn't do it again though. I will say too that I have stayed at other places on this list, and my favorite was, I think I've stayed at like 3 or 4 now. My favorite was definitely, oh no, it was 4, yeah. My favorite was the Marriott Harbor Lake. That was amazing. It was a 2-bedroom condo there I stayed at. It was phenomenal. It's just never on the list anymore. I never see it anymore, so I'm not sure if they're not doing deals with Marriott or if they just get booked so quickly that I never have a chance to see it. Who knows? And if you look up prices for those, I think it's like 200 something a night to stay at those. So you definitely pay for the better quality. But again, it's really all up to you. Stay tuned for my video, another short and sweet video. This one's not so sweet. The next one will be much sweeter, where I do a little mini review on the Caribbean Beach Resort. So we did stay there for the last night. We left the Fantasy World and stayed at a Disney World resort for our last night. It's not a very long review because we were there one night, but I took some footage of the grounds and tell you what I thought of our room. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. If you just want to say hi as well, I really enjoy that the most. If you have also stayed at this resort, let me know how you felt. I'm really curious to know. I hope this review was a little bit helpful for you. I don't know. Again, everybody's opinion might be a little bit different, but this was my take on the resort. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It really means the world to me. Really, really does. So I thank each and every one of you who have subscribed and for watching this video. I'll miss you till next time. Bye. Let's see the difference. We're testing the microphone.
Is it on the double right now? Is on the double?
Oh, I don't know what it's on. So it should be working good.
My
We're up to our first bullet point. I would like you to thank my assistant, David Bowie. Ziggy did reviews, helping Panda with her videos. And I just love creating things for you guys and entertainment stuff purposes. Beware of a cockroach.